Hey, what's up, guys? Sashikimaru here, back at again for another stream of Shin Megami Tensei 5. And the only reason why my wallpaper's not up is because the window's not up because I was changing it to the an animated one. Um, so what's up, guys? Guys stayed up with me last night. It was one hell of a time. Um, I didn't get to finish because fucking was taking too long. The fight's a very long fight. So with the third full fight coming in, I think I have a strategy, but it's not a good strategy. And yeah, oh, I think I know what's happening because I shouldn't have given Yoshitsune the Null Fizz. But then again, I don't think I can really use him. I need So there's moves that I need. Those being null null fizz on everyone but one person. So in this case, it's going to be Shiva now because he's the only one that is actually resistant. Resistant enough to do things, and yeah. Um, and the other thing is to only have one buff or one line of buff, because if it ever gets to like double buffing, then I think they'll cast Takunda and the Kaja. Um so Shiva doing a double on defense, they'll probably use the Kaja, which removes the debuff, but that's fine. That I can just hit them again next turn. So essentially what I need to do is um pretty much have Shiva just there tanking. I do need to give like Danu or whoever the healer is an actual skill to use, because that like if you saw the last match, I was Danu was just not doing anything because like mostly because I didn't want to hit the sleeper, like one of the sleepers, which I really should have, because I so looking it up, he the fight has gimmicks. Of course, all fights have gimmicks. So the gimmick is, like you already saw that, um if you don't kill a one of his demons, he'll use Gaia's Rage, and that just insta kills your whole entire party. Um that happens every 6 turns, and by every 6 turn cycles, it's actually um based on how many actual turns that Demi-Fiend takes. So each turn cycle, he usually takes two. So realistically, it's only 3 turns. I have three whole of my turns to try to kill one demon at a time. Um, which, like, of course I can weaken enough to stack it. So pretty much the strategy is gonna be um damage until like one or two of them is almost dead for 2 turns. Um, or try to get two of them like to half health or something. Mostly focus on the healers, which is Pixie and Prophecy. Those will heal the other demons, but won't register that Demi Fiend is low enough. And then the other thing is that I didn't notice this before, which also I guess it makes sense because in the Persona games they work the same way. Uh, Essentially, if you have your whole entire front line repel, drain, or null fizz, then Demi Fiend is just going to use almighty moves, like a heavy almighty move that hits everyone, and that's a problem. That's a big problem. So that's why Shiva's out there. He's going to stay out there the whole entire fight. I think Danu has piercing ice, and I can't get piercing wind on Dimitir. So she'll just have to work with hitting um the elephant dude and Thor. Um yeah. Uh sadly so I really do need like resistance to like putting a resistance physical on Zeus though. Zeus right now I have it on Baal. Baal is what I have for lightning damage, but he's barely doing enough, sadly. I might have to spec him out again to see if I can get his lightning damage up. But other than that, I totally need piercing just to do some damage to Demi-Fiend when everyone's status effect like being affected by a status effect. Um, there's not really a good way to get around um chaotic will. Other than before hitting, so he will do it 6 times. Mm, 6 times. I want to say 6 times. It's either 6 or 5. He does it every fourth of his health bar. So I would need to hit him with the Avian Maga to ensure that he's sealed. Um, he is resistant to all status effects, but it's just resistant to nullification. So he can't. But I've only really seen him be sealed or charmed, and charmed is too risky because you don't have that security to think that you can do some wild stuff like uh gain MP back. Uh, so what else is his gimmick? We already established that he only can heal his party to full um once at half health. So before he actually gets to half health, I'll probably try to kill one demon. Um, so that he has to take 2 turns, one turn to summon and one turn to heal the party to full. He only can do it once per battle, so that's the good thing. And then pretty much the game is just a endurance battle. Hopefully I have enough mana before he starts chunking me. I've seen people use like a, like a strategy where essentially they'll hit endure or pretty much like they fucking just stall out, and then they have enduring soul and endure and a move that has a 50% hit rate. I think that's what it is. Low accuracy, but always crits, and it's dependent on how much HP you have, I think. And they have a manga that does the same thing, so it's just a multiplier. And it makes the fight a lot easier. But thing is, I don't have that kind of party together. So this is the path I have to choose to defeat Demi-Fiend fairly. So it's literally gonna be the Garuda plan. Um, gonna have to switch them in and out often. So I was gonna try to see if I can get Idun come out to play. Because if I do, her golden apple is gonna be real nice. Because it raises all stats. I won. It heals technically, so also that. I need to essentially give her 2 things, which is high heal. I don't have that essence, and switch boon boost out for null fizz or resist fizz. Most like null fizz. Oh yeah, ball is technically my lightning dealer right now. Over Zeus. So I'll inspect him out to see if I can get him because I need high lightning
悪魔が
boost
集い
and I also need a bunch of others from him. What is do I already have this weakness covered? I think so. Yeah, I already do. Need high electric. Can go with him and do lightning ring. Lightning ring is not the pure. Oh, high electric on him. Pigment slash is the move that it was recommending after giving the characters pierce through another means. It's just always risky. I could get health thrust onto Shiva so he can at least do something instead of just sitting there. Let's see. That's my my GB. Making a lot of noise. Mostly just nothing to worry about. Oh, that reminds me. I should probably. Oh, it's so awkward because I now have this and this, which I'm guessing it will affect this. I'm just hoping that emergency plea will allow me to do stuff. There's just no more room. And I'm not strength based, so I actually do need this. Let's go through it. High electric on him. Electric. So up. I guess I don't see anyone else with high elect, so it's just Zeus. It should be fine. It was not that. Oh, not just him. This guy has normal electric boost. So I'm gonna remove every element except lightning. Drain force, Memphis, drain ice. Guess I really didn't need to, but just in case. Then electric. And so I'm more shooting on just going with single target attacks. The light is fine. It's just none of them are actually weak against light. One of them is weak against darkness. That. Go for high electric. And Zeus. This this move can work if the there's not a Cerberus, but mana cost is actually really high. Mana cost actually is is very important in this. Alien Animus would probably be fine. It's like a charge and adds Pierce to it. So it's my pseudo Pierce move. Um, then I have to put like Endure on him or something.
これで
I don't even have Endure on Shiva. Let's see. I'm running out of all these really good. He has the Pierce electric. I think I'll ball. That. So one is to kill Poland. The other one is an elephant. And the other one is to really just hurt Demi Fiend.
これでいいの
Like how that looks on the screen. But I actually don't need the Impaler if I have that move. Ragnarok is not usable.
これで
Okay. Oh, Shiva. He just needs an Endure move. He is my tank. And you also Abyssal Mask. Java. Put out. Kami too. Junior Kami, but I think they stick with the Almighties. Yeah, stick with the Almighty. Give up the actual physical move I have. Boom boost, Drain Ice to cover his weakness. No Force to cover his other weakness. Mask. And I like Yubasami's shot. Guarantees me a crit. But is it too expensive? Might be. So I'll put Murakami on there and then trade
こ
it
れ
out
でいい
for Endure. I know if I have another Endure. Ra has both. Amon has both as these guys are just gonna die so quickly. Oh. Oh, right now I'm just trying to find one that has Endure. Most like Enduring Soul. One that I want. But I think I'm too far down. Enduring Soul would be like one of the higher tier moves. Yeah. I'm too far down now. It would literally be like one of these guys, and I don't want to like try to farm for their essence. That's just gonna take too long. Like Siegfried has Enduring Soul. Um, Cerberus has Resist Fizz. That one's kind of easier to get. And no, Taito has a bunch of Cerberus just running around in the creek. One in right below Odin's place. He has Resist Fizz. It's no fire. I think I just have to go for it because at this point in the game, it's just like it's kind of impossible to do stuff without it taking too much time. I don't even think I have anyone in the compendium to even help me out, and I don't want I do just keep summoning, just try to get it up to par, and then try to level it up to 99 and everything. That's too much work, and also the fact that I use incense, so it will be losing all those incense points that I accumulated.
仲間を
This DLC is definitely a challenge, even on normal mode. I could technically go down a difficulty. I want to see if I can or not by the end of the stream. Actually do it on normal. If not, then I'll just end the stream and I'll just finish it up on safety mode. But like at some point I will because like yeah no like there's a certain point where you just have to take the L and just like yeah no I really shouldn't keep wasting my time. Okay, so I don't know why I did World of Shadow.
な
I have Enduring Soul and the Widow Goat. That's 2. How I'm gonna do this like this. I need Garuda to live, and I'm not gonna try to level him up just for him to live. I guess I could, but he wouldn't be really doing anything. He doesn't have the moveset. There's not a piercing wind move. Zabarion is not really good, and I don't think I have another one that has well he has Zabarion right now, but I don't think I have another high force boost. It would be a high force like that. Yeah. Just that's also a mess. Just look at that. He's excelling in I wrote. Javelin right now. I'm gonna take this turn off to fight medium then get that turn. To Buddha. What if there was just another better avian? I thought he was being nice. I will up. Okay, so at this point I'll do this. Got a little bit easier. Hold on. I have the guy right in front of me. I can see what their weaknesses are. I think it should be fine. No, none of them are like in the darkness. It's resisting. As long as they resist not like something else, then I should be. Take this turn to just I don't need to kill him that, but I just need to kill him that. Since Colin's almost dead, I should probably go for him. It's going to take one turn to call the allies. We all know he has 4 turns instead of 5. Or it's on the set. Turns down. He's on the win on that guy. Let's jump an ally a little bit. Thanks that all. Oh god. They still have. Zoom down a little bit more. New Those 3 are. I'm gonna kill him, but the new one won't have a status effect, but he still has to take his turn, so he'll have to wait a little bit longer. There's the Cullen, and there is that was above you can also keep off. In this case, I'll actually turn off to actually not go. I'm gonna have Sheila save his mana. Hmm. Might work. In this case, I'm gonna sneak out the Dimity because she has a wind move, and that will hit try to hit Thor hard.
出番だ行け
So now that there's no one out, I'm gonna do this. Focus on Jack Frost. Almond is the turn to him. Turn. Wait, everyone. Who moves the boost? God, Giga. I still got hit by an Almighty. I think that's one of the guys. No, I think it's one of the guys with that. At this point, I'm gonna do this stuff now.
出番だ行け
So heal, but Jack Frost can still hit. Anu.
来い
And for myself, I'm gonna hit. Thor is actually halfway, so he should hit. So up TI right away. So he shouldn't be using Chaotic Will now. need to get rid of all those debuffs, and then I'm gonna talk to Conquer. Guard, then for myself. God, I can't. I'm resistant. Okay, so that hits him rock bottom now. Big mana. He's turned to give Amon. Amon should heal. That's all for. Which is one of the bigger deals. Mirage. I am want to go do all stats. Poison them. Okay, putting 10.
出番だ行け
For one turn. I do need to switch out. Cal damage done. Hot. Oh, like literally Zeus getting hit by Deadly Fury. He's dead. Or wait, no. I can't trust this because if I do, she'll just debuff me. So I think I'm gonna go for the reverse get the extra. Almighty needs no. Oh, one weakness. That actually doesn't have to do anything. Okay. Go up and get rid of Mirage, then go for first poison. Don't go forward. Keep fine, just do one game. Then again, since they just got sealed, then I should be able to take games that actually do some of these guys that are actually circles. Oh, then let's do Zeus to preserve on mana. Danu, I'm just gonna use a Soma on. And Zeus, I'm gonna just get him real hard. Well, I woke him up technically, but I'm gonna switch out to Zeus. Oh. It's real hard. Over to Yuwa.
出番だ行け
I'm gonna use the fuck pop myself. Right now. Oh. this should go. Yeah. This opportunity to. I don't need to. I think I'm getting close, but I'm not there yet. I think I actually just used my Patra. Here. That's not. Let's actually get and with Daniel, I'm gonna actually. Yes, this should take you to Filipino. That's it. Let's go him. Because he can do Almighty Move, and then hit 7 empty left for the use of Dami. Now, next turn I'll be doing the Boruto stuff. He has 3 turns. Kind of have to do it like this. It's really weird because I can't afford to have Dami not be there. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this on myself instead of anything weird. Out.
出番だ行け
Opportunity to just heal him. To do Ambrosia. I have plenty of E's and B chains, so Okay, he just used it. Well, I think I should be safe. I don't think he'll use it again. And I don't know how he just used it. He just used chaotic roll, so I'm past that point. I'm good and dandy. Okay. Well, maybe now. I'm gonna win gen of the four. Oh, I did win gen. And with that, I got what's new one? What's my heaviest hitting wind type? Okay, so Pixie just got dropped. So Pixie then is Cullen. Oh my god, I can't remember if this was the turn that I don't think this is the turn that I cursed poison them though. So I go out. Back cross. That was Cullen now. Yeah. Thank God everyone missed the chaotic will. Use his chance to do that. Get the extra turn with Nuwa. Soma on oh yeah. And he's almost dead. I'm gonna keep him a little bit for one more turn. Guess I shouldn't. I'll wait until next turn. Wait one more turn to do what. So I'm gonna kill the servers now. I don't think he's at fourth head. gonna do this. I'm gonna go with Shiva now, or Garuda now. I'll put it in wrong
出番だ行け
place. See if I can control this. See that hospital wrong.
来い
Good turn. Just like trying to see if I can get into the that. I think that's important. Not. You would just go on. Oh, she die. Quicker. I don't need to kill Jack now. The active property is going to be Hukolin. I'll switch out to Ball. Am I happy? Oh, you saw this stuff though. Let's wait this her to ensure that he'll fine. See if I can kill it down. Calm down. It's something. At this point, so I don't want to go just yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass on Shiva, move over to Deuce.
頼むぞ
Kill everyone else. Your first poison. Oh shoot. Oh my god. Whoops. God damn it. Okay, I gotta do this weirdly. see Shiva has to switch out to Garuda.
出番だ行け
I think Zeus was supposed to be Garuda. There we go. Now he can switch out to Garuda.
頼むぞ
I did that so weirdly. And then I'm gonna change out. I guess Moonwalk. Take down 4. Oh no, oh god. The chaotical. Yes. Oh, at least it was just as well. That effective. They can take a turn. No, pass, and then get Abel.
出番だ行け
I don't think it's Pixie next, but just in case that he actually goes ahead and do Deadly Fury on her. I'll switch out Danu real quick to go Garuda.
頼むぞ
Okay. Go ahead and deal with the poison now. That way I can see Garuda. Change Garuda out back to Danu. I mean, I guess I could have went Finish here. But Danu has Fierce Ice on her hit. I'm going to give Shiva a Soma. This is the first turn. Should be recovering next turn. Like, if she took the dark piercing, it would have been so much better to keep this stuff around. Take this turn to do my last play around with. Like double. I'll have to take a turn to actually do a summon. I'm not gonna push my luck and hope that he dies. So I'm gonna switch. I'll just guys better.
頼むぞ
I'm gonna start them. Could also try to see, start them. That didn't kill. Rehabilitate. Okay, this should be the final turn and everything. Oh, I'm gonna actually go into critical mode. Ooh, critical mode. Literally pull all the stops. Except for Vishnu, because he doesn't have a piercing move. Oh, Nua will take place.
出番だ行け
Then again, I guess I should have kept her in. I totally forgot that piercing will only be with the person who's in the line. There we go. Oh my god, guys. That fight took 4 hours yesterday night. Like, it ran for 4 more hours than I thought it would have last night. And I was just like, no, I'm gonna go to sleep and reflect on what I need to do. So luckily, healing him actually avoids those 4 turns for Chaotic Will. He did get me with Chaotic Will once, but I was able to overcome that, and then I didn't have to go through the Madia Rihan because I got to the point where he actually did that move during when he was sealed, so that bypassed that. Good to know. Either level ups, doesn't matter. So yeah, I guess if you don't have an actual team and don't have the time to farm out essences, this might be the easiest way, doing Garuda to do the seal every time you get the chance. I would say probably save the Garuda plan until he gets to the quarter lives. So like at 1/4, 1/2, and so on, so that he actually gets sealed from those moves. It's kind of hard to tell when those quarters are. So you really have to eyeball it. Is like, am I getting close, or will I like, if not now, then next turn, will I be able to do enough damage? Those would be the questions I would be asking. Probably gonna clip this whole thing and put it more on an extensive turn by turn play. I'm gonna do a complete, not a complete guide, but tips that I would recommend after playing this game. Not on hard mode, of course. Like people who play on the hard mode are real fans of the series. Like they stuck through it. Got started on 3. I technically got started on a spin-off series, Digital Saga, and Persona 3. So look at all that manga. I mean, take more XP that well, my main team doesn't need, but Melody. This guy just hits everything. Got the last Menora. The DLC pretty much makes it so that I can face him like as many times as I want to. And okay, so is this game? Oh, he actually just blocks everything. It literally just nullifies everything. That's actually really good. What the skills do? Yeah, I really want to have all these moves. I'm not physical based. So that's the sad thing. Rages. Actually, I would probably take all these moves. Except for this move. Don't care about it. I already have a version of that isn't based on crit, but based on if I do a crit. Oh, it really depends if I want the skills move or do I want to get his resistance. Then if I really wanted both, I would have to fight him again. That would be a pain in the ass. Ugh. Okay, so that explains why this move did so much damage and it ignored everything, even though it's a physical move. Oh. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much it for this. I'm not ending the stream. I'm gonna be doing something else, but that's pretty much the end of this game. I'll probably be playing this on my free time just to get 100% on the compendium. Other than that, I'm not gonna do any of the other DLCs because they're just like a singular quest line instead of like taking you everywhere throughout the map and having you fight a big bad monster as a demi fiend. One of these days I will be playing Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne remastered. But not today. More so like somewhere down the line. I want to finish up the Resident Evil series once my TV probably start playing PS5 games. So I actually end up doing Resident Evil Revolutions 2 once the new team comes in. Even though, so like you. On your side, you wouldn't be really seeing anything different because Elgato hasn't really I don't think there's a capture card that does HDR yet. Um, or are alright, not HDR, but I guess 4K 120 would be the correct way to say it. And also, OBS doesn't do HDR, I don't believe. I think for the longest time, the color scheme for HDR, like, I'm like looking at the OBS stream right now, and the colors are way different on my monitor. Like the greens are greener in the background all the way out there, and the floor doesn't look like it's base. It's more, it has the green tones from the plating sky. But yeah, I guess that's the sad thing about using there's streaming. Anyway, so gonna save. I'll probably 100% this game. Like, I spent way too much time playing this. Look at that play time, 54 hours, and I thought I would have been finished last week. Like it took a lot longer to get through the last thing, and then it took one more day to finish the demi field. Like, so yeah, take a little intermission. And then I'll boot up another game. I'm not gonna start Revelations until I start doing it. Maybe I might actually do it tomorrow. Oh, I think it's an easy enough game. How long? Around 8 hours. Really, pretty long. Dang. I know Resident Evil 3 remake. I guess I just didn't realize how short that game was, like the original game was. Because that game is about 6 hours, and I felt like it's like, this is it. It feels way shorter. So like I would have been very disappointed playing the game and paying 60 for it. It's visually good game. Like, don't get me wrong, and there's technically other stuff to do, but like Resident Evil 2 was 8.5 hours. I think I might have finished it at 7. So doing like 3 streams or something like that. At least Resident Evil Village was about 9.5 hours for the first playthrough. And I actually went through and sped that game, and I think my best time was 2 hours and 40 minutes. And that's with all the infinite ammo. Resident Evil Gold, Resident Evil 5, 11 hours. 12 hours. But that's according to the average. 16 hours for a regular Resident Evil 4. So that's I guess I never realized how long I remember playing that game and being like, okay, I just need to get through these. If I divide up it's in 3 sections, and it's the same for Village. But so Resident Evil 4 was divided into Village, Castle, and Lab, military lab. Resident Evil 5 was Village. Did the boat? No. Village was boats? Mines? Maybe I'm confused. Because I know village goes into and you have to fight a bunch of oh, you had to ride it in a boat. That was not because the boat was kind of unresponsive at times, and the fact that like playing single player on that game, we're just like, "Hey, hope Shiva actually shoots something." And truth, they should have made it so that the boat in five um had a mounted gun instead with infinite ammo. So like if you were playing single player, like you wouldn't feel as bad because pretty much Resident Evil 5 Shiva was just like a using up all the pistol ammo, of course. He gave her pistol ammo, SMGs, never gave her a shotgun, because I would be using the shotgun. So I literally the things that Tarzan to blows people's brains out, I had it. Things that would stun people, Shiva had it. Um, and then six was just I wanted to like six. I wanted to really like six, but I didn't realize the how bad it was. Uh, it got better, but the fact that they made it so that you had to rely on the perk system, like literally you could not, like, or some 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 real gamers will actually play the game without perks and be fine with it, but the game was way too difficult for me without the perk system. Especially like doing gun damage. I'm like, yo, am I just like throwing popcorn at them or something? And the fact that like they were still moving at in-game cutscenes. They're not like cutscenes where like, but they're like, oh, look at that door over all the way over here. You see it? It's open now, and then it goes back to you. But it gives you like you stand still for about a second or two before you can actually gain control back. And at that moment, you either try your best to dodge or you still get hit. Oh man. I'll be right back. Just gonna use the restroom and then I'll load up another game. Okay, guys, I'm back. Oh, still unsure why I don't want to. Oh, geez. No, I want to play something else. Or not, which with Rogue want to pay. That a lot of these things I'm just like, am I gonna? I've decided to really question myself. Am I gonna um Cyberpunk Robo? Of me just casually walking around the city, punching people. That kind of stuff. I, the only nice first person shooter. It has really nice shooting mechanics for each character. But I think I'm gonna replace Overwatch with Cyberpunk 2077. It's the weirdest phrase saying that I'm gonna replace. Hey, mm, people say Overwatch is a good game. I can see why because I have fun shooting at things and stuff, but like, well, playing ranked is literally the only way you can even have fun in the game without other people. Oh, I hate I hate team-based games that like you really need to play with your team. Ranked is fine because you can actually rely on people a little bit because they're supposed to know what they're doing. Quick play, everyone has this mindset that hey, we can you can literally do whatever you want. I'm like, yeah, you can play whatever you want. You just gotta do it well enough to not bring the like team down. I do it all the time in Smite. I play what I want to play. I literally play every single god. Some of the gods I just can't play because I'm not good at them. But at least I can play my role. I if I want to go full movement speed or something like that, no damage, and I still help out the team. That's perfectly fine. It's just you need to make it work and not change your brains out. That's what I'm thinking. Or at least just play the role. Roles, tanks, create space. Like you like one off tank, one main tank. That's usually it. You can do two main tanks if you want to, or two off tanks, and then everyone just hide. Like your whole entire team hides behind the payload or the wall. The whole entire time. It's going to be really hard because uh like someone like Soldier can just like have free reign because he doesn't need to worry about a barrier. He can just like keep shooting until like everyone's dead. That's my mindset. You can make uh no barrier team work. Like I don't know if Diva Hog is good, but like at least Zarya and Hog can work. Zarya and Ball can work. D Diva is just a really difficult character to play because she has to do so many things. It's the weirdest thing. Like I think Among was the one that actually was talking about like what she needs to do. She needs to be over here, be over there. Oh, like you got a Doom Fist on your team, and you gotta fly in. You gotta peel them off. You gotta do all sorts of things, and then Maintain just fucking just sits there, like at the choke. Maybe hide behind a wall with their barrier is close to dead. And then literally make like you just need to create space as a tank. Damage needs to know which priority, target priority to do. Um, usually just shoot at people who are caught out, and hopefully, you can kill them. There are certain ones that go on flanks, certain ones that actually go on off angles. Soldiers being one of them, Widow being one of them. You got divers, which like you just hope that they can survive. Uh, Genji is a weird play style because I know like either like when you use your dash, you gotta know that you kill someone. Other than that, you kind of go in by like just slightly jumping in on them and then dashing out. That's usually your game plan. Doom Doom just reigns all over like and anyone who's golden under. So that's where I am. I'm not that good at the game. I will admit that I'm kind of trash at first person shooters like that. And I tend to play like something like Call of Duty where like hey, I might be stomping or I might not be. And skill based matchmaking fucking ruins me because most of the like with everyone indoors, all those sweaty people are actually like not working their 9 to 5 retail job, which is the weirdest way to think about it. Like you have sweaty like legit sweaty people who are they play on stream or they play officially on stream. I don't know how to say it. They they are streamer. They are streamers that don't have the stupid tag TTY or TTV. Yeah, like YT or TTV, like those are the stupidest tags that you can like. We sure you have a Twitch page, but like it's so dumb that you have it as with your gamer tag. It's like like just have your name. Just you don't need to be like Dark Rider TTV. Like, no, dude, Dark Rider is fine if you have some nerds with it. I mean, like, you can't help that. But like putting TTV just to make sure that everyone knows in the lobby that you're Twitch streaming in quotation marks. Um, to more people than me, of course. Um, just like like, are you trying to brag that you're on Twitch because that's since everyone's doing it now. It's not really much of a brag, and especially with all the big streamers leaving Twitch, and then things started happening on YouTube that is really bad right now. Oh my god, that reminds me. Hold on, let me switch this over to just chatting real quick. Um, okay, so pretty much what is happening on Twitch. A lot of people don't like Twitch, or the higher people don't like Twitch because of them not enforcing rules on certain people or not heavily enforcing those rules, and other times they're just not really treating their creators right. So people are jumping ship over to YouTube. YouTube just like it's a big oof, pretty much. So YouTube's been going under fire because of a big um DMCA thing. PewDiePie, one of the biggest creators on there, uh, was talking about it a little bit. Um, Pretty much Toei Animation, the guys behind Dragon Ball Z and another bunch of other animes, have done DMCA takedowns on a lot of anime channels. I'm not talking about the ones that just put anime clips for top tens and they're monetizing it and shit because that pisses me off. I like those channels, but I don't like them making money off of like just like top tens that there's no description. It's just them playing clips. Like like That's not even fair use, and it makes me even more mad the fact that they know that it might not be because if they put it in the description, it's like I do not own any rights to this, and if the rights owners would like me to take them down, please message me instead of doing a DMCA takedown. And I'm like, no, that's just an admission of like that's almost an admission of guilt, knowing that you were in the wrong. Because if you were in the like, if these YouTubers who do top tens on animes, um, were in the right doing these clips, this doing these lists, they can. It's in fair use. Like you have to do it in a certain way though. Like you can show a clip and then you have to explain why, but a lot of these ones are just showing the clips. And I enjoy them. Don't get me wrong, I like them, but I don't think they should make money off of them. Um, but anyway, the certain anime channels that I'm talking, that is getting hit by Toei Animation, does not do that. Does not do anything like that. It's more they put up stills. They talk about the anime episode and stuff like that. And I think the one that got hit the most, like I think 150 of his videos got taken down. He was doing drawing videos like of Goku from Dragon Ball Z. He was just drawing like him drawing, like his original content doing fan art. Um, and it's not like Akira Toriyama that's actually doing this. It's Toei Animation. I do have to point out that he did mention that Toei Animation did reach out to him for a promotion, and then months later this happened. And I want to make sure people know that most likely he was reached out by a different department. It's so the department that would be taking down his videos, I would be like something like legal, the legal department of Toei Animation. And the ones that was talking to him, reaching out to him, was the marketing division. And a lot of times, like divisions don't work with each other well. You work with your team well, but you don't like your other departments well enough. I mean, it's kind of the same thing in America. You just befriend people in your department way more because you see them more, and you utterly hate the other departments because you think they're not doing their job, and they think you're not doing your job. It's a vicious cycle. But yeah, like everything that he's made is within fair use. It's transformative. It's uh, just a review and all that. And thing is, uh, YouTube. So this whole thing, he tried to reach out to YouTube, and YouTube was like, "There's nothing we can do. Like, you can dispute it if you want. What? We're not stopping him." Like, what do you mean you're not stepping in? It's literally an abuse of the reporting system that that has been plaguing YouTube for so long. Like YouTube has like tunnel vision on the dislike button that no one wanted removed in protecting the smaller creators. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like if if they can still see the dislike button, then it's not really protecting them. You're just making it so that the viewers can't see the dislike button. And that's literally helping no one. Like I think I've been having so much trouble looking for like a good video for for holiday shopping. Holiday shopping is one of the biggest seasons for like capitalism, just fucking buying everything. I spend a lot, guys. Hey, I I don't like how much just spent. Like I'm not in the red or anything, but I don't like the amount that I spent. I'm usually like maybe for the holidays at most $500, and that's me buying a console and a couple of games. But like I spent a shit ton of it. Because I just want to get this build right and over with, and with all the cable management and everything. Um, but yeah, YouTube decided they're not gonna do anything. And PewDiePie also mentioned that one of his songs that he made, has been claimed by a network like in parentheses on behalf of PewDiePie. And I'm like, yo, one of the biggest creators on your platform, and you let something like that slide through. Oh, I guess maybe YouTube gaming, like they're more focused on the YouTube gaming side, and maybe they're putting their resources in instead of regular YouTube, where where most of their money is. Um, I, that reminds me though. Like, I think it was the YouTuber Nick Avocado. I I don't like him. I don't I don't like his reasoning and his thought process of this. So pretty much like um mukbang videos, they're videos of just a person eating not an excessive amount of food. Usually, like sometimes it seems like it, but like it's food for the whole entire stream. And it's not like they're gouging their like food the whole entire time. They're talking and shit during mukbang videos, like actual mukbang videos. Uh, but like looking at Avocado's food, it's fucking disgusting. Like he buys like a shit ton of fast food usually. Um, just a shit ton, and he's like very, very like at an unhealthy weight class. Um, and like I think he had health problems too. And YouTube still has his channel up. I'm pretty sure this counts under self-harm, because like if you compare it to someone like Matt Stoney. Matt Stoney is a fucking skinny ass motherfucker, but he still eats a shit ton. He like his videos are like like doesn't seem like there's any health problem. Like of course like he's gonna have digestion problems because he's eating all this like food like very fast and shit. Oh, but like it doesn't look like he's really at risk. And he doesn't do the videos often. Mukbang videos, I don't think those mukbang creators are actually doing those videos often enough that would seem like they would die or anything like that. Take for example one of my favorite creators, Mike Chen, or Strictly Dumpling. He eats a lot, but like off screen, he fucking exercises. Like he fucking works out, burns calories, burns everything that he eats, and that's how you should be doing it with mukbangs. You should be like literally streaming, eating, and then the next day fucking working that shit off out of your system. Um, yeah, like PewDiePie was saying that Nick Avocado was pretty much promoting obesity. And then Nick Avocado is just like, nah, look at my comment section. It has something like, hey, I've watched your videos, and like every time I had a craving for McDonald's, I look at your videos and I don't want it anymore. I'm like, that doesn't seem like a good thing. Like it sounds okay that um someone watches your videos and it's just like, nah, not for me. Like, that's that's more of them being hella grossed out at Nagavkato's videos than actually liking it. But they're discussing it as like, hey, you helped overcome my problem by looking at your disgusting self. I'm like, yo, like, oh, it's it's just a balancing act. Like, I I guess I don't care if he eats that much. It's just that as long as he can have it as a healthy balance. He works out, he burns out those calories out. You know, he can do mukbang videos. Mukbang videos, and then like do a vlog right after the day after, like, of him working out, like encouraging people's like, hey, you can eat all this unhealthy food, but like you need to at least eat healthy and just get the bad stuff out of your system. Because you can be obese. You can be obese and still be healthy. Of course, like at a certain point, it's you're very high risk. Um, but yeah, no, like fucking eat. I might actually change up. Um, I kind of want to lose a few pounds. I'm not that overweight. Just I'm getting really close. I just don't. I just don't. For me, fast food is just cheaper, and I wish healthy food was cheap. And I hate it. I hate that all the healthy foods or foods that you want to healthier, it's just so goddamn expensive. Why the fuck is a salad $5, $7 or fucking $10 at some places when you can get a fucking burger for $3? I'm like, yo, do you not want people to eat salads or something? Like, it's a fucking like lettuce and shit, and maybe some chicken on top, and cheese and ranch. Somehow that's $5, and then you fucking look at burgers as a fucking patty, frozen patty usually, um, buns and one piece of lettuce, onions, tomatoes, and sauce. Like, what the fuck? Just like is like fucking salads. I want to say it's more perishable than burgers. Right? Like you need to eat the salad fast before it goes bad. But burgers can last for a while. Like frozen patties will last for, I want to say, a month. I don't know how long fast food is. I've only worked at a movie theater, and we never sold burgers until, well, they haven't until now. They started working with hot foods. When I was working there, it was more just hot dogs and pretzels. $4 hot dogs, $4 pretzels. Get your get your fucking expensive food and get the fuck out. Jesus. I I I didn't mind the movie theater. I didn't mind working at the movie theater until the change of management. Then they went more corporate race. It more corporate, and then I never got promoted because of the fucking favoritism. Like legit, like it was more me me working there the longest, so I had so much seniority over the other candidates. Me knowing the place, well, seniority, been lower the longest, knew the place, knew how to run the place. I've literally sat down with the managers, learning what they were doing and learning what to do in certain cases. Dealt with customers on an appropriate basis, and the other two hasn't been there long enough, but favoritism got in the way, so they literally got the promotion over me. Um, which I'm just like, I I guess that's really stupid that you guys, like I applied twice to the promotion and got rejected both times. Because they liked the other candidate better. Uh, were they good candidates? I don't really think so. In my opinion, they did like about the same amount of work as any other manager, which was not much. Like during the movie theater days, the managers didn't do too much. Kind of just sat in office until there is a problem. Um, they might go up into the theater booth to check out all the things are running correctly. They might pop out just to talk. But other than that, they just sat in the office. Of course, it changed now because they're more corporate based and they want them to see the manager working. Oh my god, that reminds me. Since when I was working, during the one of the after the first change of management, I don't know who or what got in their heads. But they changed the policy up. Pretty much one of the jobs that's specifically for managers got pushed over to the supervisors, which was where I was. I was a step up from employee. I was a supervisor. I could do supervisor role stuff. Um, but pretty much the task was to count down the stand, like the whole entire stand. Um, to make sure the inventory. So usually what supervisors had to do was delegate all the work, like the cleaning jobs, and help out any cleaning jobs that aren't done. Those who are so, and then refill all the stations with food. They did that. They did that, and then they had to stay with one manager, uh, with waiting for the last theater to go out. Uh, More for the fact that, like, just in case someone needs a refill of popcorn that we had to take out of the popcorn warmer, so it's just in a bag, cooling down so much that it's practically like, yo, this is cold as shit and stale. That's how it was at times. I've only had one popcorn refill. The rest of the time it was drink refills, which makes sense. They order a fucking $5 like a soda cup, which is how they got away with these ridiculous prices. Is that they sell it by the cup size instead of just soda. Um, but yeah, that's actually another thing. Places have to be able to accommodate a water request unless the water request is a product. I think that that's how it's worded. Um, I think that's how it's worded. Pretty much, like I looking at it, and loophole was that if the product itself was the cup and not the drinks, then they can get away with charging people with water. Um, and only pretty much only giving them like like a courtesy cup of water. I think that's how it is. Um, Getting tired doing nothing. But yeah, um, didn't get those jobs, and I think that would have been for the best. I did get fired from that place, but for a totally different reason. The reason being, I it was like an old manager, and I guess I don't know. I don't know what was going through my head. In truth, I guess I really shouldn't have lied. I guess it was more ingrained in me that like lying is better to get out of trouble. Um, but essentially, like I kind of gave up on that place, and I was thinking about quitting anyway. So it wasn't too bad. Though, like I don't think I would have been able to get on unemployment sadly since I was fired for cause. But I gave out free tickets for old managers, which in truth the managers would have been okay with it anyway. Um, I forgot what brought it up. I don't think there was an like a real investigation about it. But yeah, no, I got fired for giving out free tickets that they would have given out anyway because of pretty much like they didn't like the fact that I went up behind their backs for doing something that they would have done. Like I guess they really wanted me to ask them like, hey, can these guys who are old managers get free tickets? Um, I don't know. Ticket. Oh, I got fired for what, $30, which is nothing now since that's the price of two tickets instead of like I think would have been 3, 4 tickets, maybe, but happier. So I pretty much I did technically have another job. No, 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 I did not have another job. Um, Starting working at Bed Bath and Beyond after that. Bed Bath and Beyond was actually a nice place to work. It's just that for some reason the store just kept getting moved around a lot. Not the location, but like things inside the store was getting moved around a lot, and it was my location at least was very understaffed all the time, and it really sucked because there were times where like you know something's not ringing up right. What am I supposed to do in that case? I'm s- I'm supposed to call up someone on the floor to check out the item and make sure that the item price is right, or like is it going like the price going to that thing, because weirdly enough our prices are organized as the price above it is the price for the item right below that price tag. I don't know why they did like that. I guess they thought that no one would be able to see the the price tag that's on the floor, which is valid, but a lot of people are more the like more commonly seeing that the price tag is right below it, right below the item, and also on the other side of the store where we have where they keep their cookwares and stuff, the prices are on the bottom, right below it. So it got very confusing. But yeah, no, like there's only one person on the floor on the bed side and then the kitchen side. We call it hard side and soft side for like soft side being linens or anything that you can't hit people with. But it also counts the bathroom. Um, we did have a third section, but like, eh, it was more um shampoos and stuff. There were shampoos, commodities. So a lot of times I actually just went left my register and went to check up on the price. Um, because when I called up a manager, they said that they're busy. Called up anyone on the floor, then he said did get yelled at a couple times to make sure that I'm at my rate. Like, okay, I'll try. That was when my arthritis was really bad, and I actually couldn't stand up that whole entire time. Like it was bad to the point where like at the end of my shift, I actually couldn't walk outside the door. I had to be wheelchaired out. Um, it's it's getting better. It's better now. I never have that huge hip pains that I had. Um, yeah, that place wasn't bad. Just it was very understaffed, and every time I go in there now, I don't recognize anyone, which is sad, other than the managers. But I pretty much quit to do my full time at GameStop, um, and also school, because I noticed that like I'm one of the types that I can't focus on school and do 2 jobs at the same time. I failed so many times. I couldn't realize what was happening. That's mostly because I'm so lazy and I just didn't want to do the homework. So I failed a couple times. I just didn't understand calculus, or it was just really hard and really actually study. Um, yeah. Um, Went to GameStop and as a full timer. So like I was pretty much a supervisor, even though I didn't. They it was weird how they categorize it. So you have GAs, uh, game game advisors. They are pretty much um just the lowest on the totem poles and part timers. You had SGAs, which were pretty much also uh part timers. because they aren't required to do the 36 hours or anything like that. I would usually average around 18 to 22 hours a week. I was getting paid peanuts. I was legit getting paid peanuts, and it wasn't. I I didn't mind it getting paid peanuts because like I was actually at one of the stores that just didn't do well, and I actually expected. I didn't get fired from that place. That place I actually got let go because the place closed down, mostly because of what happened last year. But with that combination, um, and we were one of the lower performing stores. There's literally nothing we could have done. Uh it's just the type of area that we were in. So you would have they were comparing us to we were let's see we were a strip mall. So like all the stores were on the outside. While like you had we were getting compared to place that was actually a mall, like an indoors mall. And then another one that was just in a shopping center that was filled with they were in a well-off neighborhood. That's how I would describe. So, like a lot of times, people just come in. The foot traffic we got was pretty much from Barnes and Noble. They were next door. Um, so yeah, no, like most of our foot traffic was just there, and then the people who did come in either already had a. The people that we got were from pretty much people who were in the last closing store. Um, that's how I would describe it. So we got those kind of customers, and people like I don't think the company realized the look. So we in this city we actually had three GameStops. They were literally about a half mile from each other, or a mile at most, 2 miles at most. But like it was literally a 5 minute drive to each one. One of them got closed down, so we got those customers, um, and that was the majority of our customers. They were not the rich white people, or yeah, it kind of sounds racist, but our community was actually filled with rich white people because of how our downtown was situated. But those people actually went to the mall instead of our location. We got the more uh, less fortunate people. So it was impossible. Like we can sell game protection and product protection. So like headsets and stuff. That's more easily, but we tend to do that on we only get those from parents. Parents who know that their kids are fucking rotten, or if they have pets or something. But like adult guys and gals, they come in, they buy what they want. We My model is I'm not gonna push it. I'm just gonna ask. I'm literally like, do you want a membership? No? Cool. Do you want you want warranties on these games? Cool. Okay. Nice. Here's your total. That's literally it. That's how I've been trained to do it when I first came into the company. That was years ago. That was before I got a supervisor role. And then I had to leave the company in and out a few times because it was just more of a holiday gig to me because I was working in the movie theaters at the time. Um, but yeah, no, like I think that's literally the way retail should do it. Um, not be so goddamn predatory and just like, yo, are you sure you don't want this warranty? It will really save your like product. Like I'll literally ask them like, hey, do you want the warranty just in case this thing breaks and we just give you another one? It's $3. How they want it is that don't even tell them the price. Just tell them the warranty, and then like ask a few times that it to ensure that they know that it protects everything but lost and stolen. Except don't list out examples, and also don't use lost and stolen. You know, they want us to. pretty much say what the service does without really saying what the service does. Same with the membership. The membership was the hardest thing that I would say is the most difficult thing to sell people on, just because it's really to me it was just too pricey. 15 is way too much for a lot of people, and I thought they should have one gotten rid of the magazine and just sold the membership as is for $10. That's how they get that literally that's it. No one reads the magazine. Some people do, and they can get the like, hey, get 15 do $15 and they'll give you a fucking digital copy of the magazine. You want the physical magazine, then you gotta fucking pay 20. That's what it is right now. But like if they just want the membership, just the membership, they should have just made it $10. Um in truth, right now, I would say the membership is not too bad. Because they changed it around. They no longer really encourage people to buy used anymore. The used prices are still lower. It's just that you don't get that percentage discount on used. So yeah, you're like on a $55 game, you're no longer saving $5.50. But each month you get a $5 coupon, which can work on a lot of things except variable items. Variable items and transfer cash items that is not to a platform. Or how would I explain it? It doesn't work on iOS or Google Play, but it works on PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox cards. That's how I wanted to word it. It's only a $5 thing, and that's actually how I sold many of my cards. And they discouraged that. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, you really gonna like punish me because I want to do things on two separate transactions? Oh no, you're supposed to use the $5 coupon that they get on sign up for other when they come back in. It's like they're not gonna come back in within a month. That's the stupidest thing. Might as well just use it now so that they get the fucking membership for just $10, which they like better than 15. Um and they can just get a fucking $5 coupon. Like that's actually how I pretty much worded it for people. They come in, they're getting a different product, and they're like, "Hey, you don't have a membership, but I see you have a bunch of pre-order games. Get a membership today. I can get you a $5 coupon. Put it on the game that you have today, and then when the game comes out, the one that you put $5 on that, and pretty much the membership is just $5 for the whole entire year." That seems so much better, and that's how I like. I'm just like, yo, that's how you get membership. But you want to be more predatory on like getting all their cash. Like, yo, like I understand that's business, but that's so and they they pretty much had the circle of life thing still going on, except they didn't call it circle of life. They were really pushing numbers though, pushing numbers so goddamn hard that it was so annoying. Oh yeah. Oh so I think Amazon figured out what's happening with my order. So they finally shipped out the TV, and I believe the thing is getting shipped out via a truck. Yeah, it's just probably getting shipped out via truck. Hopefully it doesn't break. It's coming from California. Um, so pretty much should be here by the 20th, hopefully. So I gotta check out what the estimated time for that is. My final is gonna be completed on the 18th and 19th, which I'm gonna do during the weekday. I'm just gonna do it just randomly during the weekday. I know the Linux one is gonna give me a lot of problems, but hopefully I have 150 minutes to answer 100 questions on Linux. So I'm gonna just pretty much copy and paste the whole entire slideshows onto like one PowerPoint so I can easily find out the information that I need more easily. Hopefully, like he just copy and pasted his questions because sometimes his questions are just worded so weirdly, or at least the answers are. So, like for example, if you guys don't know, IPv6, just like IPv4, or IPv6 is a IP address that you that 132 bits. I think that's what it is. Uh, just a bunch of bits. Um, and one of the things that you can do is you can omit zeros, like leading zeros. So, like if you had 0005, you can just write dot five dot something, and it's just implied that there's a bunch of zeros right in front of it. IPv4, you can't do that. You actually have to use the numbers. But IPv6 can shorten it even more. So if you just have a bunch of zeros, like 0000, dot 0000, you can actually just remove all those zeros and just do a semicolon. Semicolons right next to each other. But you only could do it once. I think it's colons. Colons. So you can do two colons. The answer that he gave on one of the quizzes had three colons. I got very confused. Like, trick question. I don't understand. It's not triple colon. Never been written. And in your example, it's a double colon. So is it a typo? So I answered it, got it wrong, messaged him. He's just said he'll look into it, and like that was pretty much the end of it. I'm like, I guess I just got the answer wrong. So next time I see triple colons, I guess I could just that's a triple colon. So yeah, I'm more hoping that he copy and pastes from the quiz, and I can just write in my answer. I'm not gonna try to ace or anything like that. Let me look at what my grade is. I think I still have an A in the class. So I'm just if I go into my grade section, I think the final exam is supposed to be 50. So yeah, like final exam is supposed to be 15%. So if I got a theoretical zero, I would still get a B in the class, which I like. I definitely like. Um, but I'm shoot for I can a 50. Gotta remember. I think I need to get at least 70 on 5. Okay, so I just need to get at least a 60, probably 65 because I don't know what the grade is for one lab. Hopefully he just gives me a 100 because the lab is a virtual machine, or a bunch of other stuff. So like there's three OSs that it wants me to play around with. It's Ubuntu server 14, Ubuntu server 8, and Fedora. Like we did fine on most of it. It's just it's in so like there's been where I essentially had to restart because it just got like the thing just got corrupted. Yeah, the thing got corrupted, so I had to restart. So I lost all the files, and sometimes it asked me to go into a certain file that I'm just like, it doesn't exist. Like, I I I don't know what to tell you. Like, the configuration file that you want me to go into to check for something, it's not editing for it. Making it, and it's like it doesn't exist. I guess I'll just answer as it doesn't exist. Well, work me. So far he hasn't, but it could. So I should probably be shooting for a 70 out of 100. Uh, and then last thing before I get off, I kind of want to talk about the game rewards. I haven't looked at really anything about the game other than It Takes Two one over Resident Evil 8 and Metroid Dread. I haven't played Metroid Dread, but like that game looked way more interesting. But like again, this words by mostly critics. Um, so like it's it's definitely not by popularity because It Takes Two. It looks like an okay game, especially if you have a fan, but it did not look like it would be beating out the other contenders being Village, Psychonauts 2 probably. I haven't heard really that much about that game. Deathloop, eh, oh, okay, Ratchet and Clank I also haven't heard about. Dread and Village was absolutely everywhere. Village because of the mommy milker memes for the vampire, Lady Demiscu, um, or Demiscus, and then Metroid Dread because it's definitely a departure from the whole like action part and just like has some horror elements because you're now running away from an enemy that you can't kill. Um, like it takes two, especially it's by an EA game. Oh, really? That and the fucking when I asked someone, it's like, why do you guys think that the game should have won? And they listed out everything about the game. I'm just like, oh, it's such a great game from the gameplay to the characters to the acting to the music to the just like just listing every component of the game. Like, I'm pretty sure it can excel in all. Like Shin Megami Tensei, I love it. Like I love the music. I love everything. Like most of the things about it, but it's definitely not a contender. Um, Village is a really good game. Like I like if it's a game that I can play multiple times and I'd still have fun with it. So I guess Takes Two might be, but like it, pretty much the people who were defending it was giving out the same reason why someone would have be defending Last of Us 2 last year. That game was okay. It was fine. It was a game. It just didn't hook me, right? Like I feel like that's the that's the thing about the game. Like it's to me like if it didn't hook me, then I don't think it should be getting Game of the Year. It should have been Ghost of Tsushima. A lot of people think it should have been Ghost, but the people who were standing Last of Us 2, I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. like I understand you like this game and that's why you have ultimate bias, but like, yo, shut the fuck up. Oh, that's actually funny. Content creator of the year is that Dream, but it has a PewDiePie uh, itch on there. Let me actually look at all the narrative. The Marvel game, win like It Takes Two didn't win that category. Uh, I guess. Oh, I have no idea. the gameplay didn't intrigue me, mostly because it wasn't a power trip that I thought it was. It felt really bland to me. But hey, congrats to them. I would have thought Life is Strange would have had a better narrative. Deathloop probably not. It okay. Psychonauts I haven't heard it. Best audio. Uh, Village is there. Returnal is there. Uh, Funny enough that someone said like It Takes Two has the best soundtrack, and it's not in in the audio design soundtrack at all, or category at all. Resident Evil Village isn't. But I guess all the motor sound Forza Horizon 5, which I can see they definitely do a real good job actually getting driving mechanics down, all the sounds down. I can see that. Anticipated game. That one is more just like art. What game has the most hype? Elden Ring. I kind of think that's a little bit Starfield. The reason why I think it's unfair is because Elden Ring had a network demo to show off the game. So all the rest of the games like Breath of the Wild 2, Starfield, which I don't know, it's by Bethesda, Horizon Forbidden West, and God of War Ragnarok, which I actually should one of these days I'll be doing the God of War trilogy or God of War and trilogy plus God of War 2016. Um, but not now. Innovative game. Uh, not not very innovative. It Takes Two. I don't understand how It Takes Two won the game. Well, game of the year if it's not taking up any other categories. Art design, it's not in there either. Tales of Rise is best role playing. I don't. Not gonna lie, I guess there wasn't that many role playing games because I don't understand why Cyberpunk 2077 would have been was in there. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is too early. I feel like any game that's uh November December of that year should be actually moved to the next year's list. Uh, it would just make sense because like a lot of these games either has plenty of time to play or no time to play. Scarlet Nexus, I still have to try that game out. Monster Hunter Rise, I've never really thought of it as a role playing game. Like in technicality, it is a role playing game. There is some kind progression system. The progression that you would think is similar to Devil May Cry. You get new weapons, like, but like your character itself, I don't consider it as role playing. It's weird that they put it in the role playing category because they're not boosting any stats. Not Cyberpunk 2077. You're not Fallout, where you're boosting stats. Um, that's weird. There's not really much of a development. Mobile game of the year is Genshin Impact, which yeah, I can see it. A lot of people like that game. Uh, want to unite. It's weird. I just Asian fuck that game. Look at me, getting hooked on whatever these games are. It is not on the Google Play Store. I have no idea. Um, I I decided against Genshin Impact because I didn't feel like playing on an open world game. I played Honkai and I really liked the game. I just didn't want to stay around with that. Oh, Resident Evil 4 won VR game of the year over Hitman 3, Sniper Elite VR. I expect Die 2. Not gonna lie, really, I actually deserved it because you can do so many things about it in that game. um that you couldn't do before. The only problem that I had with is that they remove a few lines, especially like the ones flirting with the female characters. Sorry. So like they remove the whole like Leon hitting on Hannigan because they're just that close, and it gave up that dynamic. It's like they're that close. They're just like kidding with each other that they're hitting on each other and stuff. Um, and then Luis, they remove a lot of Luis's lines, even though like that was his character. That was because he was a sleazebag. Like he he was like literally an endearing sleazebag that we trusted to help him. Like he was like a he was a I I I don't know how to phrase this right. Like you would imagine a movie and you would see someone who is from a foreign country, but they're like very sexy and very hot and shit. Like that was Luis. He was like a playboy in Resident Evil 4, even though like the whole place didn't really require him to be a playboy there. I think he was a researcher or some kind. But yeah, they remove all those lines, and I'm like, yo, like that's kind of lame. They also removed the ending part that like it was like implied that Ashley wanted some uh R&R with Leon. I'm like, yo, because Leon is fucking sexy as shit, and he gets all the ladies. He got Hannigan, he got Claire, he got Ashley, he got Ada, he got, and then yeah, like he's just there. Which reminds me, I need to go watch the other animation movies because there's one I'm missing, but I I heard that the live action one didn't do so well, which was expected. The casting choice was weird too. Best action adventure game. So the action adventure game, that's where Monster Hunter Rise should have been. Like Resident Evil VR or Resident Evil Village had RPG elements more than Monster Hunter Rise. You can up your stats to have a better weapon, like a singular weapon, and like up your HP pool and everything. That at least is a little bit of development. But yeah. Um Community support, Final Fantasy 14. I guess so. Sports, League of Legends. I wouldn't be surprised because massive. Valorant popped up on there though. Kind of cool. Uh, I think they just put Call of Duty entirely. Games for Impact. I don't know what that means. I guess that means like games for change. games games that supports a message. Yeah, I don't know. One of them is no longer home. That's family game. It takes two. Oh, I don't know how that actually well, I guess that no Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's is just a a, a re-release. So yeah, sure. Like I'll give it that. It takes the spot because it got over Super Mario. Super Mario 3D World was actually a pretty good game. App, I don't think that's a family. It it's an okay game. It's Snap. Everyone's just buying it for nostalgia's sake. WarioWare is a bunch of mini games. It's a party game. Same with Mario Party. Uh, so It Takes Two, being a family game though, that's I get okay. So to me, I think party games like it should be at least 4 players or something like that. But I was thinking about the old Lego games, and I'm like, okay, maybe not because the old Lego games were family games, and they had max 2 players, and then I think at some point they actually got up to 4 players. Best fighting game, Guilty Gear. Oh, Melty Blood was a good one. Virtual Fighter 5 is a good one. Even that Demon Slayer, like anything from CyberConnect is a little weird. They make the Naruto Shippuden, fighting game series racing. You got Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon is like getting a lot of these rewards. So I feel like Forza should have won the game of the year. All the awards that it won. Uh, Never played Kenna. It looked interesting. 12 minutes. Returnal is the action game. Back for Blood should not be in there. It was if they fix all the blood, all the bugs and the AI being so goddamn stupid, then sure, yeah, it should be in the nomination. But like at its state that I was playing at, no multiplayer game. I don't know how it beat Monster Hunter Rise. I, I mm, yes, it should have been out. Back for Blood should have been out by Knockout City. Knockout City would have been a great game if there was a higher skill ceiling, but sadly there wasn't. Really, like would not be able to be pros. The game had too many restrictions on it. New World, I haven't really heard much about it. Uh, Valheim, a lot of people like that game. I think it would have been like third or second place in this listing. Takes Two, or out of this whole entire list, it was literally between that and Monster Hunter Rise. Ongoing games, Final Fantasy 14 makes sense. Best performance, I think Maggie Robertson was for Lady Demascule, right? Yeah, she literally like was the best one just because that character is so popular. Actually, weird because like looking at the list for best performance by a voice actor, I thought there would be maybe there was a Twitter storm, and it was just not big enough that I noticed because because I like to think that Twitter has such a fussy time to see like literally all out of all the nominees, it's given to a white person. I'm like, you did a really good job at the Vampire Lady. Best score in soundtrack. Uh, was from Near Replicant. Sport player, strategy games. Okay, literally, It Takes Two won 2 awards. How the fuck did it? And then it got placed in the player's voice. Halo Infinite won that one. Um, but yeah, no, like I don't think I'm like reading this on Twitter. Looking at the awards, I still Forza Horizon. Oh, Herb on um sport. Here we go. All right. So thank you guys for watching, staying up with me tonight. I only got done with Demi Fiend. Wish the game had a better way to zoom through Game Plus. At least for I guess Persona series wasn't really a good example, but not much to do in New Game Plus when you're doing New Game you're doing Persona. Especially in Persona 4. Persona 3 at least had a hidden dungeon that you unlock right under the stairs of Tartarus. Or at least that was in Fez. Um but yeah, no, like Film Intensity 5, I think the reason why I'm not having as much fun doing New Game Plus is because of the exploring part. because when you play Persona, the dungeons aren't exactly that big. Kind of know where you're going, and a lot of times I'm getting lost in Shin Megami Tensei 5, even though it's a map, it's just a huge. All right, so I'll see you guys today, tomorrow, and Sunday. What your time zone is. I'll probably start up Resident Evil Revelation. Uh, and how much? I'll probably finish the. If I do that, I be able to be the rest of the week. I very 20. Oh, I got a long break. Guys, stay safe and stay healthy. See ya.